Auditing standards require auditors to identify and assess the risks of material misstatement, otherwise referred to as RMMs, whether due to fraud or error in the financial statements. Properly assessing risk is extremely important because a thorough risk assessment allows an auditor to appropriately design and perform their audit procedures in response to the identified and assessed RMMs. Risk assessment procedures must include inquiries of company management and other individuals within the company you are auditing, such as those responsible for financial reporting and those that work in internal audit. Auditors are also required to perform analytical procedures to identify any unusual or unexpected relationships. Also, observation and inspection procedures must be performed, which can include things like observing company personnel performing their duties and inspecting company documents. Note that these risk assessment procedures are required. They aren't designed to be a burden. By focusing on what really matters, those areas that have a higher RMM, you as an auditor are setting yourself up to perform a more effective and efficient audit. As part of the risk assessment process, auditing standards require an auditor to gain an understanding of the entity, in other words, your client, and its environment, the applicable financial reporting frameworks such as US GAAP, and its system of internal control. The purpose of this understanding is to identify and assess RMMs, which in turn will allow an auditor to design overall responses and further audit procedures to reduce audit risk to an appropriately low level. As part of identifying and assessing RMMs on any audit, an auditor must identify relevant controls, or otherwise referred to as key controls, at the assertion level that address each RMM identified. And for each relevant control identified, an auditor must evaluate whether the control is designed effectively and determine whether the control has actually been implemented. And what is the best way to do all of this? By performing a walkthrough. This course will explore the various considerations and requirements of planning and performing a walkthrough. But first, let's find out what a walkthrough actually is.